gentlemen, to a quick broadcast of Jerusalem's Gate. I tell you, it's kind of late, and I was doing some searching of the news and listening to a couple of Christian sermons, and it's getting kind of late, but I came across the video and I thought it was really important. You don't hear a lot about this war, the war in Yemen. You don't hear a lot about it like in Syria. There's more coverage in the war in Syria. Now, the war in Yemen involves one of our closest allies in the East, Saudi Arabia. So I'm not trying to tell you who is in the right and who's in the wrong in the Yemeni war. What this video is about is that partly what I talked about yesterday in the sermon about love, having love for those that are affected by war. War is a terrible thing. War is a horrible thing, and you don't need me to tell you that. Most of us know that. Even though most of us never been in combat before and haven't seen the destruction of war on the ground and being a part of a war in sense of a military presence. But there's definitely, my heart really went out when I seen this video. It's coming from Al Jazeera, and Al Jazeera did a good job. It's just a short little video, and I asked you to please watch it. We talked about wars and rumors of wars, and that's just the fact at the end of the age that there'll be wars and rumors of wars. And unfortunately, wars and rumors of wars will increase as we approach the return of the Lord. Unfortunately, the bad side of war is the displacement of people, the death, the disease, the lack of food, and the children mainly, and the women that suffer from the war. And this short video is in particular about a Yemeni woman trying to take care of her family in the midst of being displaced in the war in Yemen. I asked you to watch it. Our heart should go out to those affected by war. We should pray for them. We should fast for them. We should cry out to God for them. And again, I'm not saying who's in the right and who's in the wrong in this particular war. All I'm saying is that there's a lot of displaced people, and a lot of people, women and children, and families being hurt by this war. And and again, World War II, World War I, mainly World War II more so because World War II affected the mass population more than World War I did, being that World War I was more of a trench kind of warfare. And World War II was more of an urban type of warfare. But watch the video I asked you, and pray. We must join together in prayer for those affected by war. With that being said, you're watching and listening to another broadcast of Jerusalem Gate. Oh, but one last thing. We're, as most of you know, we're a non-profit channel, but we do ask you, if you'd like to follow Jerusalem's Gate, to subscribe, and not only to subscribe, but hit the notification bell to get notifications of new videos that come out. With that being said, again, we love you, and here comes the video.
This Yemeni mother has 10 children to feed, and this is where they live, in a makeshift camp for internally displaced people in the remote Hajj province in northern Yemen.
We're living under a tree and we don't have anything. There are snakes, which we're scared of. Yesterday we had to kill one that got too close. I struggle for my children. I beg so that I can feed them.
Fighting between pro-Houthi forces and fighters backed by the Saudi-UAE coalition has intensified in the province in the past 2 months. Around 420,000 Yemenis forced from their homes are living in hundreds of makeshift settlements such as this, and the numbers keep rising.
This camp is in a very bad condition. Some people have received food aid packages and others have not. Some people have received tents and others still have to live under the trees. This situation is similar to that of homeless people who don't have anything.
Aid is trickling in through Hodeidah port, the gateway for 80% of Yemen's food and humanitarian assistance. But hope generated by the Houthi withdrawal from the city earlier this month is fading. There's fighting on the outskirts, raising concerns of the deepening humanitarian crisis growing even worse. Families such as Shafiqa's are struggling to survive, and the chances of aid agencies reaching their remote mountain camps appear to be fading. Victoria Gatenby, Al Jazeera.